What if I told you there was one word that if you started using it in your marketing would increase your open and response rates by over 30%? This episode, I'm going to tell you about the most insanely simple marketing strategy that you can install in your business to get 30% increase in response and purchase rates with zero ad spend and zero fancy gadgets and no special skills. Let's get into it. I'm going to share with you a secret that we've installed in my marketing system that has skyrocketed our response rates and purchase rates without any fancy gadgets, without any fancy education or knowledge, and really can be boiled down to one word. That word is because. I'm going to provide some background now. So there is a huge amount of social psychology research about compliance rates. And what they found was if you ask somebody for something, or if studies are run where participants are asked to comply with a request, the compliance rate skyrockets by more than 30, 40, 50% when one word is added to the request. And that word is because. So there's a really famous study in social psychology that illustrates the power of the word because really perfectly. So there was a study in social psychology that measured compliance rates of requests of people when they used different variations of the request. So they set up this study in an office building where they had a line of people using a single copier. And they sent people that went to the front of the line and they asked the iteration of, can I cut in line? And there were three different iterations. The first iteration was where they had individuals say, hey, can I cut to the front of the line? And that's it. And there was a 40% compliance rate of people that said yes, right? Pretty low for somebody that just says, hey, can I cut in front of you to use this copy machine? Now, the next iteration added one word. And they said, hey, can I cut in line because I have to make a lot of copies? The compliance rate with just that one word went from 40% to 93%. So just adding a single word to that request provided just enough of a nudge in justification for people to say, sure, that's all people need to, be nudged in the direction of the way that we want them to comply with any request. Now, the last iteration is very similar to the second one. They said, hey, can I cut in front of you to use the copy machine because I'm in a big rush, right? Why would anybody care if you're in a really big rush? Nobody does. But it actually got the same compliance rate at 93 to 94% as when somebody said, I have a lot of copies to make. So they found that the power is not in the reason, because they use different reasons. It is in the fact that they had a reason for asking for compliance. So the because was the pivotal factor in the compliance request. So how the hell does this affect your marketing? Now, think about when you open up your email every day, or when you get text blasts from companies every single day. We are bombarded with marketing messages all day, every day, seemingly for no reason other than we stumbled upon a website and opted in for something at some point. By adding a reason to reach out, the compliance rates, and there's a lot of studies that show this, by having a reason to be reaching out in a marketing context, increases the compliance rate by over 30%, meaning people reply positively to the offer at a 30% higher rate than otherwise if there wasn't a reason. So let me give you a real example that you can apply right now. If you split tested an email, one request that says, hey, thanks for reaching out. Do you want to come into the gym? And you sent another email that says, hey, thanks for reaching out. Do you want to set up a trial because I have a few openings in the gym this week? You're going to get a significantly more positive response and higher compliance when you added the because I have a few openings. Not for any reason other than there's a reason for reaching out. If they don't receive a reason, they're going to look at you like I'm just being spammed. But just that mental justification will shed a new light on you, and you will look more favorably to them. They have a reason for reaching out versus just simply bothering you. That's only part of the tip in today's episode in the magic of the marketing implementation that we've added. I'm going to give you 2 marketing campaigns that we've rolled out that have completely changed the way we do business forever. Using this idea of the power of because, we have started implementing fake holiday marketing. Listen, this is such a stupid idea. You're going to think it's ridiculous until you see the results. So you've probably seen scrolling across social media, there's all these fake holidays hitting the marketplace. There's National Margarita Day, National Puppy Day, National Take Your Kid to Work Day. All of this shit is completely made up by God knows who, but there's a lot of research to show that when companies utilize these fake novelty holidays and turn them into marketing offers, the response rate goes through the roof. So what we have started to do is we have started to look at our marketing calendar and say, all right, Friday is National Margarita Day. So on Friday, we're going to send an email that says, hey, happy National Margarita Day. Did you know that there's 400 calories in a margarita? For that reason, we're inviting you to the gym because we want to help you burn that off after enjoying a few margaritas. Do you want a free week of training next week to celebrate National Margarita Day? It's completely ridiculous. There's no correlation to fitness at all. In fact, it's a totally stupid reason to offer a free week, but the results are unbelievable. We've used this strategy towards several of these fake holidays, and almost every single time we get at least 5 to 10 trials in the door in every single facility with email and text message marketing. This illustrates the power of a reason for reaching out in your marketing because of the word because. So if you are sending out offers, it would behoove you to understand this psychological phenomenon. Instead of saying, hey, there's nobody in our gym, do you want to come in? To say, hey, we have an opening. I'm reaching out because I thought you might want to fill it. You will get a better response rate. Install that in your email marketing, and you can laugh your way to the bank with the amount of bodies you get in the door just by understanding that one word. Now, I'm going to give you one more example and tell you how Taylor Swift helped me generate $25,000 in my business with one email. Similar to this psychological phenomenon of giving people a reason, there's also the understanding that certain things that are very topical in the marketplace are always going to get a lot more attention. And the reason is we have something in our brain called the reticular activating system. It's a filter for what our brains consciously process versus subconsciously file away. When things are really prevalent in the world, our reticular activating system is constantly searching for wherever that shows up. Now, if you remember this year in the Super Bowl, Travis Kelce with the Chiefs had started dating Taylor Swift. The biggest news in the world was Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Whether you were on the side of the conspiracy theorists and whatever, Satan worshiping behaviors Taylor Swift was eliciting, or you were just a fan of Taylor Swift and you thought it was cool and it gives you a reason to watch football, it was in every single newspaper. It was bigger news than the Super Bowl. On the morning of the Super Bowl, knowing that that was the most topical thing in the world at the time, I sent an email that said, we are giving away a free 30-day membership for every time Taylor Swift is shown on TV. If you want to apply to win, just reply with Taylor Swift in the subject line. We had almost 100 people reply to that email from one location. We sold over 40 trials with people that replied, a 30-day membership, and we converted more than half of them into memberships. This is how, using this system of the understanding of the reason to reach out, because Taylor Swift is so crazy, we're giving away free memberships, stupid reason, but also understanding that whatever is hyper topical is going to get more engagement and more opens and more responses than anything else that's some dorky fitness related concept. If you can use this and apply it tactfully in a way that's not cheesy and not spammy in your business, you will unlock a level of marketing and lead generation that you've never seen before. And it all has to do with that one word, because.